Hello, my name is Tom. So you're installing IBM Planning Analytics Workspace, but you want to change the location where all the files are stored? Here's how to do it. So here's my issue. I have C drive where I like to keep the operating system files only, and I also have an E drive where all the program and data files are stored. But if I install IBM Planning Analytics Workspace, it creates a number of images and container files which can take about 50 to 80 gigabyte. Then installation will fail, and that's not what I want. There are two different approaches. First one is to create a file junction. Let's have a look. So I have a CMD screen. I'm typing mklink to get all the information. By specifying /j, it creates a directory junction, which means it'll create a sort of like a pointer or shortcut. So I'll be creating a new folder in E drive, which is a target folder called Docker data. Now back to CMD screen, mklink /j, the source folder is C drive, program data Docker, which is the default folder that Docker creates files. And target folder will be E drive, then the folder I just created. That's pretty straightforward and simple. Now you can see the message junction was created, and you can see the shortcut folder was created on the C drive. That's pretty much it. Now if you install Planning Analytics Workspace, it'll store all the image and container files on target drive under target folder called Docker data. There will be absolutely nothing on the C drive program data folder. Before moving on to the second option, let me delete the file junction we just created and also minimize the CMD screen. Now the second option is changing the Docker configuration and specify the target location, which is actually suggested by the Docker. But the difference here is, now that Planning Analytics Workspace installs the Docker for you, I never installed the Docker ahead of time manually, which means Docker config file or its folder structure does not exist, so I'll need to create them ahead of time. Let's have a look. Let me create a folder under program data called Docker. Underneath that, another folder called config. Then let's create a config file. I'm going to open a notepad and type open bracket data root and target location, which is E drive Docker data, or whatever the name you like. Make sure to put the double backslash after the drive name. And save the file under program data docker config with the name daemon.json. Okay, so we have created a config file and specify the target location. Let's go ahead and install Planning Analytics Workspace. Let me run start.ps1 file, and it started installing the Planning Analytics Workspace. As you can see on the C drive, there's config folder and there's one extra folder created. On the other hand, in the target location in E drive, it created a bunch of folders and it keeps creating the image files. Taking a closer look at the C drive again on the config, it created another file called key and another folder called exec root, but that's about it. And target location, Windows filter is the folder where it'll create about 270 image files. And after you complete the installation and start all the microservices, it'll create container files right here on the container folder. And that's about it. Thank you for watching.